Yo, what is up everybody? It's Raging Dusty here, and today I am finally doing my video comparing the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So, yeah. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with display. We're going to start with the display. So, this phone right here gets brighter because it's got a peak brightness of 2000 nits versus this phone, which has a peak brightness of 1750 nits. However, I do notice that this phone, when you just have it set to max brightness, you don't have auto brightness turned on, this phone gets brighter. It has a brighter sustained brightness. The iPhone has a brighter peak brightness. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The next thing is about the display. They're both 120 Hz. However, this display is a higher resolution. It's only slightly higher. You probably won't even notice it in the real world. But this display, the S23 Ultra, has a higher resolution display. This still looks great, by the way. Next up, we got camera. So, this has a 200 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 10 megapixel telephoto camera for 10 times zoom, and a 10 megapixel 3 times zoom telephoto camera, as well as your 12 megapixel selfie camera. This has a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 48 megapixel wide angle, and a 12 megapixel telephoto with a 3D LiDAR sensor, and a 12 megapixel selfie camera. Now, overall, I would say the iPhone takes better video. This is actually the phone that I normally take videos with. However, right now I'm recording with the Fold 3. The quality is probably not great, I'm just going to be honest. And actually, my Fold 3 is currently broken, if you guys know. If you guys don't know, go check out some previous videos. But overall, I would say this phone has better video quality. But this phone has better photo quality. Next thing is operating system. Y'all know iOS and Android. Don't even need to talk about it. The next thing is the speakers. The speakers on this phone still don't sound as good as this phone, but man, have they made an improvement compared to the 22 Ultra. I no longer have the 22 Ultra. I have sold that phone. But the speakers on both phones are just fantastic. I'm just going to say that right now. They're fantastic. So yeah, pretty cool. Up next, we got color choices. I'm just going to say this right now. Apple, where you at with the color choices? You have half the options. Not joking. They literally have half the options. Half the color options. So, this phone, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, I'll take the case off. That's the reason why I don't use this case very often. I have the deep purple color. You can't really tell. It looks gray. But it is purple. It also comes in space black, which looks slightly better than the graphite they did previous years. Then we have the silver, which is just a classic iPhone color. I'm just going to be honest. Silver looks awesome this year. So yeah, the silver looks really good. And then there's gold. Gold looks terrible. Just going to be honest. Hot take, gold looks terrible. They made it worse this year. The 13 Pro Max's gold didn't look too bad. For the Samsung phone, to take the case off, I have the lavender color. This is one of the color options. But this phone has 7 more color options. It comes in Phantom Black, which my dad has. He's not here right now. It comes in green. My mom has the green. you couldn't tell, we all upgraded this year. So my mom has the green. The only color we didn't get that was a color you can just buy from the carriers is cream. We did not buy cream. And we're going to be honest, cream looks like trash. Cream is trash. Now we have the Samsung exclusive colors, which are... The 3 colors are the same as last year, except for the lime color. So you can get it in lime. You can get it in sky blue. The sky blue looks better this year because it's got a silver frame instead of a black frame. It's got red. The red looks terrible, I'm going to be honest. And it comes in graphite, which is gray. I'm going to be honest, the gray looks better than the black. So, that's it for color options. The Samsung destroys the iPhone for color options. Up next, we got battery life. I'm just going to say right now, they both have the same battery life. No need to talk about battery life. They're the same. They're pretty much the same. So, yeah. Next up, we got features. My favorite feature about the iPhone. MagSafe charging. All I have to do, set it on the MagSafe charging puck, starts charging. And you never miss a line in the charging area because it's got magnets. MagSafe. Now, Android phones are starting to do MagSafe cases, but who wants a case for MagSafe? You want it built into the phone. The iPhone's got that. With the Galaxy phone, the S23 Ultra, my favorite feature, the S Pen. I am a Note user. I've been a Note user since the Note 20 series. I almost got a Galaxy Note 9 as my first phone, by the way. I love the S Pen. I just love being able to take notes. I love the features the S Pen has. I love the fact that I can use it as a remote. I can literally use it as a camera shutter. Let me open the camera. So, I got the S Pen right here. I'm going to take a photo. Give it a few seconds. Voila. Didn't even touch the phone. Ooh, wow, this selfie camera is really good on this phone. I haven't really tested the selfie camera on this phone much. But I can use that as a remote camera shutter. It is so awesome. I'm just gonna say this right now. Best feature about this phone. I love the S Pen. Best thing about it. Next up, we got charging speeds. The iPhone is, I'm just gonna say right now, slow. This thing is slow. It is slow, slow, slow. This thing charges in less than an hour. This takes 2 hours to charge. And yeah. Like, it's honestly a joke of how slow the iPhone charges. This peaks at 27 watts. This peaks at 45. Next up, we got the design. Which one, in my opinion, is the better design? And I'm going to say it right now, the Galaxy phone has the sexier looking design. I love the way the cameras are arranged. It just looks like a waterfall. Versus the iPhone, which has a stovetop. Which one's got better build quality? iPhone. Which one's got the better design? The Galaxy phone. Which one's more comfortable to hold? The Galaxy phone. Last but not least, we have biometrics and security. The iPhone's got better security, but it only has face unlock. Now my phone's unlocked. The Galaxy phone has face unlock, which I don't have set up, but it also, if I can get my finger on it, has a fingerprint sensor. You can also enter your password and pattern in your PIN. With this, you only get a number pad. But I have face unlock set up, so don't have to use a number pad very often. So, in my opinion, which one is the better value? This one's 256 gigs. This one's 512. However, let's just assume they're both 256 gigs. They start at the same price. They literally start at the same price. So at that point, it's up to personal preference. If you're looking for longevity, you're going to want one of these. These things are supported for 6 to 7 years. If you're looking to just honestly have the best possible experience, you want the smoothest experience, you're going to want one of these. If you want the best overall experience, in my opinion, you're going to want this. This phone is fantastic. It's got great battery life, great camera. You got the S Pen, you got a whole bunch of features. It's got everything. This phone's got everything. The only thing it doesn't have is MagSafe. Let me be honest. I prefer this phone more than this phone. The only reason why I don't use this phone as much as this phone is because this phone's running my primary carrier. This phone's running Verizon, and Verizon sucks here. Otherwise, I would use this phone more. I would use this phone more. This phone, it's my favorite phone that I've owned. Just to be honest, it's my favorite phone that I've owned. The only reason why I use this phone more is because it runs AT&T instead of Verizon. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, peace out.